If you feel like your faith isn't as strong as it should be at the moment, I want to encourage you today. What you need to remember is there are a lot of people, just like myself, that are coming to Christ, and we're doing so not because somebody's telling us to. We're doing it because we believe it's the truth and that there is a lot of power in it, in the teachings of Christ. And this should reaffirm what you already know. So this is normal and natural. Our enthusiasm and motivation towards things waxes and wanes depending on kind of what's going on or what's trendy at the time. But when I was getting baptized along with 4 others, and I think about 17 of us in total were getting confirmed on Sunday, the priest said something to the church. He said, this should encourage you. You know, the fact that you might be a cradle Catholic or a cradle Christian, you inherited it from your parents and you see value, but you know, you almost take it for granted when it's been in your life for that long. But the fact that new people are coming in should really show you that there's a lot of value in this. And I kind of empathized while he was saying it. I was thinking, yeah, I mean, I'm enthusiastic and motivated, and I'm coming with the excitement of finding something valuable for the first time. But when you know about something for a long time, it's like meditation. If you've known about meditation for 10 years, you can almost take it for granted. You probably do it every day, but when somebody new starts talking about it, you remember all of the benefits and you think, oh yeah, I remember when I first learned about meditation and it had a benefit in my life. So I just want to encourage you and say there's a lot of new people. The body of Christ, you know, the community is strengthening and growing every day, and that should be very exciting. And for anybody, I've noticed in the comments people saying I was a cradle Catholic or I've been a Christian for many years and I kind of strayed away. And you obviously see me speak with new excitement and vigor and enthusiasm in my videos, and I'm glad it's helping you deepen your faith. So if you remember the story of Peter, he denies Jesus 3 times, but then later Jesus asks him, do you love me 3 times? And it kind of atones for the wrongdoing in the beginning. So this is the same. You've had faith, you may have strayed away, this is completely normal. The same in Exodus, when the Israelites have all of these miracles. Oh, fox in the back. I don't know whether that showed up, but little fox giving an appearance. So the Israelites had these miracles. Moses parted the sea, you know, manna came down to feed them from heaven, but they still had doubts and they still weren't completely faithful. You'd think if you saw a sea split in half so you could walk through to safety, you'd be, you know, a saint for the rest of your life. But we're humans, we have flaws. So I just want to encourage you. Another example of this is Thomas didn't believe that Jesus had risen. He would only believe if he could see the scars and feel them for himself. And Jesus obliged. He didn't say, oh no, you just got to believe me. He meets you where you're at. You know, he had doubts and he proved himself. You know, he proved that the doubts, there's no need for them. So Jesus shows us what we need to see. He meets us where we're at. So I've got a couple of Bible verses for you. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1. Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the assurance of things not seen. So seeing new people come into the church and come into your faith that you're already a part of should reaffirm why you're a part of it, and that should build your faith. Matthew chapter 8 verse 20. For where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am among them. So seeing these new people come in should, you know, build confidence and speak to them. When I was doing the RCIA course, we were blessed to have people that weren't new to the faith. You know, they'd either done the RCIA last year or they'd been experiencing what I'm talking about now. They were introduced to the faith early and moved away from it, and they wanted to deepen their faith. And it was kind of a reciprocal thing. It was beneficial for us, and it was very beneficial for them because they get to speak to us new excited people, you know, talking about this new thing that we've discovered, this new faith, and it reignites a flame in them. So this brings me on to 2 Timothy chapter 1 verses 6 and 7. For this reason I remind you to fan into flame the gift of God, which is in you through the laying on of my hands. For God gave us a spirit not of fear, but of power and love and self-control. So both of these verses, you can use them together. Where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am. Speak to people, meet new people that are coming into the faith, because they're bringing that excitement, and you'll be able to reignite the flame of faith by doing so. So I just want to encourage you today, speak to people, and the conversation is really important. If you meet people and you talk about it, you're going to bounce ideas off each other, you're going to learn new things, and there's always something new to learn. And you can kind of get stuck in the monotony. Once you've learnt the basics, you know what you need to do, you can kind of coast or go on autopilot, and that's fine. But if you're watching my videos, you probably enjoy the fact that I'm talking about Christianity with a new kind of sense of excitement. So I hope that plants a seed, and if there's anybody you know that has faith but maybe hasn't been focusing on it, send this to them and start the conversation. You know, speak about it, send little messages over, send Bible verses you like, get an app that shows you a Bible verse of the day and speak to that person. What does this mean to you? Like, how have you used this? Talk about prayer. It's a beautiful conversation to have. So I hope that helps, and I hope that gives you a bit of encouragement. Speak to you soon. So I guess as well, this is your invitation to talk about Jesus, because I mean, what a beautiful thing to talk about. Maybe you need someone to tell you that that's a conversation you can have. Me and my friend that were on the RCIA course, it was every Thursday, and we kind of was saying to each other the couple of weeks before it was about to end, we said, we're going to miss this when it's gone, and we're probably going to gate crash the next RCIA if the priest will have us, just because we like having the conversation. So you could even try and join an RCIA course, and for that reason, even if you're already baptized and confirmed and, you know, in the faith, or make or join a group that's talking about it, or just talk about Jesus with your friends, and, you know, the Bible and some teachings, a church you've been to recently, just these experiences. We have a tendency to make small talk and talk about random things. You can talk about Jesus, and if you find somebody that's interested, it'll be a very deep, enlightening conversation that can continue. Also, just something funny, when I was baptized, you choose a saint name, and the saint I chose was Saint Francis of Assisi, because obviously I like spending time in nature, and although I'm trying to make money, buy a house so that I can provide for a family, I am drawn to poverty. I'm not that materialistic. And I just find it interesting that a little fox popped out to listen to me speak. So don't want to speak too soon, but it's just an interesting little thing. He hasn't shown up before. I've seen the fox about, but today he came to join the little video. So that's a good little conversation starter. If you had to choose a saint for your baptism, or you just have a saint that you resonate with, leave it in the comments below.